sees the Christ is my strength. I can do all things, sees the Christ is my strength.
Okay, get that cute again.
Get it again?
Yep. We're gonna go, not yet though.
I'm not sure I understand.
We're gonna play it again.
Namaste, and welcome to the Life Enrichment Center on this beautiful, beautiful first Sunday in May. I believe we are going to play our centering song, The Christ in Me Sees the Christ in You, one more time, so that we're feeling it. Beautiful.
Christ in me sees the Christ in you. Everyone's a chosen one, the many and the few. All together now it takes two. The Christ in me and the Christ in you. To know is to be love, and I know love will stay alive. If the Christ in me sees the Christ in you, everyone's a chosen one, the many and the few. All together now it takes two. Christ in me and the Christ in you. If my friend feels sad or broken, every time that my heart opens, love makes its way into the world. When the Christ in me sees the Christ in you, everyone's a chosen one, the many and the few. All together now it takes two. The Christ in me and the Christ in you. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things, sees the Christ who is my strength. I can do all things, sees the Christ who is my strength.
Hi. Will the Christ in me recognizes the Christ in you, sees the Christ in you, feels the Christ in you. And to feel the Christ is to feel love itself. And so this morning, as we're feeling the oneness that can't be parted by time and space, I'd like to invite you to join me in prayer, to center ourselves in this present moment so that we can truly be together here and now. So if you would just close your eyes and notice first your breathing. And if it's fast, slow it down so that you're breathing in and breathing out in an unhurried way, in a way that you naturally breathe when you feel safe, when you feel at peace, the way a baby breathes in sleep. And as we feel that peace that comes with every breath, let us just allow it to move through our body, relaxing our muscles, filling every cell with well-being. And when we are feeling peace in our body, it is so easy to feel that same peace in our mind and emotions. And so we do that right now. We allow peace to fill our mind, to flow into our emotions, so that we are more open than ever before to that holy presence. That is the very life of us. That is the very life of all. And as we open to it, as it flows through us, mind, emotions, and body, we feel its healing presence. We know its well-being. And we allow that to be who we express here and now, without resistance, open to healing, open to presence. And we know that what is true for us right where we are is true for all life everywhere. And so we claim this healing presence is in every hospital, is in every home, is in every place where healing is being called for, physically, emotionally, mentally. We know that God is all there is. That holy presence is all there is. And in this moment, we know that there are so many open to that presence now, feeling the answer to their prayers through this prayer. And so we are grateful, so grateful to know that every prayer is answered. And we experience that answer as we open to it. And we open to it now. We open to answered prayer. And so it is. Amen. Well, this is a brand new month, and we have a brand new opening affirmative statement. So if you've got the other one memorized, just let it float away. We've got a new one. Our theme this month is the power of grace. And so I'd like to invite you to repeat after me. I stand in unresisted love. I condemn no one. I forgive myself and others. And as I do, the grace of God flows easily through me. Very nice. Isn't that nice? We're going to love this month of grace. Now, before I start the announcements, just on a personal note, I'd like to say that any of you who have been to LEC when I've been wearing this blue suit know that I'm wearing Marcia's shoes. And even though you can't see them, I want to add a little color to the moment. You know that they're a rainbow of color, and it's just so perfect for this sunny Sunday in May. So, as I said, our May theme is the power of grace. And CDs of today's talk, There But for the Grace of God Go I, will be available upon request for $3 and on our website, lecflint.com, tomorrow. The title of my talk next Sunday, in honor of Mother's Day, is Meeting Grace with Grace. Now, beginning this Wednesday at noon, I will be offering an audio meditation each week for the next 26 weeks based on the meditations in my book, Unlimited Visibility. So if you've read the book and you know what the meditations are about, it'll be an experience to just sit back and listen to them just spoken to you. And if you've never read my book, you do not know what you're missing. Okay. Now, though the main purpose of our getting together via Zoom on Tuesdays, truth be known, and it is right now, is just to see each other, even if it's in little boxes. And we started out by calling it Hot Topics Tuesday. But we don't seem to have a number of hot topics right now. So beginning this Tuesday, we are changing the purpose of our meeting, the second purpose of our meeting, to Take the Talk Deeper Tuesday. It's still at 12, and it'll just give us an opportunity to talk about maybe what we've heard the Sunday before, if there's any questions, or if there's an experience of it working in our lives. It's a time to share. It'll just be a beautiful way to guide our conversation as we join together. So if you want to join us, you want to let Jim Gould know by email, and his email address, if you haven't already let him know by email, is all lowercase j.r.gould123@gmail.com. And then he'll send you a link and a password so you can join us. And now Reverend Kim will join us one more time before her class begins, all the way from California. And her class does begin this, she'll tell you, but I'll just tell you anyway, is this Thursday coming up. If you have not signed up, do so. You go to our website, and it's $108, and you register, and then Reverend Kim will be sending you all the information you need to join the class. So it's this Thursday, May 7th, and Reverend Kim's going to tell you the rest.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from Monterey, California. We have a new class at LEC called Ask and It Is Given, and it's going to be offered via Zoom starting Thursday, May 7th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Michigan time, and will continue for 6 weeks. And yes, those are the correct days and times. Many of us have heard the expressions, what you think about, you bring about, or what you can conceive, you can achieve, or what we water grows, or our thoughts today create our tomorrows. There's a reason why those sayings have become guiding affirmations. It's because they're true. How we direct our inner energy now creates our future experiences. This class is an inside to outside energy approach to creating the life we desire. Together, we're going to build a toolbox of creative, effortless processes and exercises and visualizations that will remove any negativity or resistance that we may have. And we get to do it all in the comfort of our own homes, even in your jammies if you want. You will need the book, Ask and It Is Given, Learning to Manifest Your Desires by Esther and Jerry Hicks. You know, this class is such a perfect way for us to connect with each other and be together. And in it, you'll also align yourself to create your dreams. Operate in full-blown abundance mentality. Experience relationships that are harmonious and balanced and joyful. Will create health and well-being beyond what you thought was possible. And together we're going to learn how to take inspired action and allow whatever you want to be, to do, or to have to flow into life with ease. Abraham Hicks says, all you have to do is get into vibrational harmony with your desire, and your desires must be given to you. The universe will find endless ways of bringing it to you. So come, play with me as we zoom into this adventure together to realize our deepest desires and live our fullest life. See you soon. I love you all.
We love you too, Reverend Kim. Now, be sure if you sign up and that you put Ask and Given on the note area of your contribution so that our lovely treasurer will know what you're signing up for. Okay, so if you are new to LEC this morning, then you may hear a few things that you've never heard before, a few unfamiliar concepts, but we hope that you'll continue to listen. And we hope when the time comes that you'll come visit us. You will love us and everyone who is right now listening with you from their homes. But for now, all you need to know, and really all you ever need to know, is that you are so beloved by life and that the universe supports your happiness, your well-being, and your success in life. All right. Well, let me move right along here to my talk. This month, we are going to explore how we can live happily and peacefully and even enthusiastically in these changing and often confusing times through our awareness of and our openness to the divine energy of amazing grace. Now, A Course in Miracles tells us grace is acceptance of the love of God within a world of seeming hate and fear. Even in this world, as it is, even in these times, as they are, we can quiet the incessant noise in our mind that is caused by images of hate, resentment, anger, and fear. And if we're quiet enough, if we become still enough, we will be able to hear and feel the holy hum and the soothing vibration of the one life that fills the universe. The same life that is within us and all life. The divine energy of God's grace is the unchanging presence that is the life beneath all that is. It is the life, even now, beneath this life situation. And no matter what appears to be happening in this physical world, it's not all that's going on. There's a whole lot of life going on behind the scenes. There's a deeper happening and a more powerful happening that if we don't resist it, we can tune into. It's the grace of God that flows on the currents of love from the heart of the universe into our heart. It's the sacred vibration of the universal soul that lives in our soul. And it's the spirit of existence that is the cause of our existence. I mean, it's always there for us. We live in it, it lives in us, but it's up to us to be there with it. If we're fixated on this three-dimensional world, when we believe that this physical world is all that's going on and all that's available to us in any moment, then this world, this life, can feel scary and unfriendly and against us. When we're thinking of fearful thoughts for any reason, about anything, when we're feeling fearful for any reason, in those moments we have no ears to hear that holy hum that is beneath, always beneath the forms and expressions of this world. And we have no heart to feel its soothing vibration. But when we let joy arise in us, because joy is what we want to feel and we desire to feel for no reason except we long to feel it, we're able to tune into the divine energy of grace that's already there, because it's everywhere, flowing on the currents of love. And when we do, we have no doubt that we are one with the goodness of life wherever we are, no matter where we are. And when we have that experience, even if it's only for a moment, we realize that not only is there no need for us to stay apart from any part of creation, but that it's not possible to separate that which is forever whole. Science mind tells us we are not separated from life, neither is it separated from us. We came from life and are in life, so we are one with life. That about covers it. Now, grace is defined as elegance elegance and beauty in form and manner and motion and action. We use the word graceful to describe someone or something that moves with ease and poise, like a dancer or like a tree swaying in the breeze. Now, the dancer allows the music, and the tree allows the breeze to move them gracefully, without resistance from them, without even thinking about the next step or any concern about the motivation of the breeze. When someone or something is graceful, it's because they are yielding to the flow and movement of the present moment. A dancer is simply one with the music, and a tree is simply one with the breeze. Now, we may not always feel graceful in our physical form or manner or motion or action. But none of us is awkward in our spirit, because our spirit is filled with grace. We love the gracefulness we see around us because it reminds us of that beauty and elegance we feel within us. In those moments, we allow ourselves to flow naturally with life rather than fighting against it. And when we use the word graceful, no matter what we're describing, we know what we mean by that word. But do we have as clear an idea of what we mean when we use the word grace, especially as an attribute of God? I mean, we might think of the elegance and beauty we see around us as expressing the grace of God. But what do we mean when we think or we say, there, but for the grace of God, go I? I mean, it's likely we're not pointing to some elegant or beautiful expression of life when we say that. Often we're pointing at someone who seems to us to be less than elegant and beautiful, less fortunate than ourselves, less well-behaved than we are, less clean, less abundant, less in whatever we see them lacking. And since the word grace also means favor and goodwill, could we mean that there, but for the favor and goodwill of God, go I? Course of Love tells us all who believe that they have more fall prey to righteousness. All who believe that they have less fall victim to envy. Both fall from grace and limit their ability to receive. We fall from grace and limit our ability to feel it and receive it when we focus on the world and judge ourselves and others by appearances. We assume that we know what's not possible to know from the outside. When we see anyone, no matter how their life appears when we're looking at them, we're just seeing a snapshot of that life, an instant in a life along a life path. We don't know where they're coming from, and we surely don't know where they're going, even when we think we do. To look upon a moment in time and to judge someone as lacking the grace of God that we have somehow achieved and haven't lost is to misunderstand the nature of grace itself. The pure, unchanging quality of spirit within all living beings that flows constantly and forever on the currents of love. In the book of Isaiah, we read, "Though the mountains be shaken and the hills be moved, yet my unfailing love for you will not be shaken, nor my covenant of peace be removed, says the Lord who has compassion on you." If we're experiencing a life that doesn't seem so good, health that doesn't feel so good, if our mind is filled with thoughts that are just not so good, it's not because we're being excluded by the grace of God. We're letting what we see in the world and in ourselves pinch us off from receiving that grace and the fresh start that grace offers us. We're keeping ourselves from feeling compassion for ourselves and others. In the book of Romans, we read, "For there is no partiality or favoritism in God." Not one of us can do anything good enough to earn the grace of God, because it is already given freely and unconditionally. And if we can't do anything to earn it, we could never do anything to lose it, and neither can anyone else, no matter what appears to be going on in their life. Now, if we've been focusing only on the world these days, it may seem more difficult than ever to be gracious. I mean, with our faces covered with masks and our hands covered with protective gloves, and being told that we need to stay away from each other because we could harm each other. If we've been wondering where God's grace has gone from this world, it is so important for us to realize it hasn't gone anywhere. It hasn't. It's still present in the life that is ours beneath this life situation. It's always there for us. But if we want to experience it, we must let it express in the graciousness that we offer to others and in the gratitude that we feel for life right now. Grace is made manifest in the thoughts we allow to fill our mind. It becomes graciousness in the manner and tone with which we speak to one another. And it becomes graceful in the actions that we offer to each other. Now, I've been walking the paths around Genesis Hospital. I know many of you do, and it's a beautiful place to walk. And I've been doing that for over 10 years now. And lately, I've continued to walk, and there have been far less people than usual. But a sunny day can be seductive, and it can move us right out of our fear and into love. And so I've noticed that on sunny days, there are a lot more people on the path. And we're noticing each other a whole lot more than we ever did before. And it's as we approach each other, even before we get close enough to pass, we begin to move on other sides of the path. If someone is coming towards us, they move to that side of the path. We move to the other side of the path. And it feels to me as if we're saying to each other, the living being in me respects and honors the living being in you. And so I've been looking at that beautiful gesture as a namaste from 6 feet away. A Course in Miracles tells us, by grace alone, the hate and fear are gone. For grace presents a state of mind so opposite to everything the world seems to contain, that those whose minds are lighted by the gift of grace cannot believe the world of fear is real. Through the decisions that we make to think and speak and act with the conviction that only God and God's creation is real, through the choice we make to live in a state of mind that accepts that good is all there is and all there is to come, it doesn't earn us the grace of God. It lets us experience the grace of God that's already there within us and within every single being around us. Now, no one can say for sure why this world situation has come about. I mean, it could be a reflection of our fears and the safety and protection that some believed separation from one another would provide long before the virus came along to make it mandatory. But it could also be the manifestation of our deeper knowing that we are one life together, that we can never truly be separated, that our oneness is like the wind that blows and flows around the world, irrespective of walls and borders and boundaries. We're in this life together, every single one of us. The graciousness with which we choose to live our life right now will allow more grace into our shared life as we emerge from our self-imposed separation. Ernest Holmes said in one of his lectures, "Something is indelibly written in our minds that we did not put there, which causes us to listen to the silence. Listen to the rhythm of the wind in the trees. Listen to the waves. And to hear something which is just a little beyond the physical perception. This is the transcendence in everything. It could be we're being called to transcend everything we've been, to let go of yesterday and all the misunderstandings and all the mistakes, to let go finally of the shaming and the blaming and the name calling. It could be, if we allow it to be, a call to awaken to something deep within our mind that we didn't think up, and something written in our heart that we didn't write. When we're finally given permission to freely come out in the world again, we'll have a choice to either come out fighting, fearing each other the way we did before, or to come out loving like we've never done before. A course of love tells us there is no limit to love. And so there are no limits to anything that flows from love. We can't truly fall from grace. We live by the grace of God within a grace-filled creation of God. We are here in human form to express, along with nature, the elegance and beauty of that creation from the inside out. From the inside out. Even now, if we decide to leave our home, we can choose to step out graciously into a world that is only calling for love. And with grace in our hearts, we'll be able to say, everywhere, here and there, for the grace of God, go I. Namaste. All right. Okay. Well, that's good for me. Okay, so this is the time of our service. All those gratitude receivers in your houses, just stand up, get your bowls, get your brass plates. And again, thank you for your continued support. We have so much love and beautiful support for LEC and what we're doing now and what we're going to be doing soon. And so you've found some wonderful ways, even creative ways, to contribute, but I'll give you a few that are more standard and straightforward. You can donate to our Facebook page by going to facebook.com/Life Enrichment Center. You can hit the contribute button. You can do it while you're going to sign up for Reverend Kim's class on our website, which is lecflint.com. You can do it directly through PayPal, which is connected to our Gmail account, which is lec2512@gmail.com. By text, you're getting really good at that. And by check. Oh, and we're checking. We're checking out at the mailbox here, and I'm checking at my mailbox at home. So we'll find it wherever you send it. We promise that. Okay, so this is a beautiful time for us to say our gratitude prayer, and no one brings a feeling of gratitude deeper and higher and more profoundly, touches our heart than Marcia Allen. And she's here now with Jason Phillips.
Some days we forget to look around us. Some days we can't see the joy that surrounds us. So caught up inside ourselves, we take when we should give. So for tonight, we pray for what we know can be, and on this day we hope for what we still can't see. It's up to us to be the change, and even though we know we can still do more, there's so much to be grateful for. Look beyond ourselves. There's so much sorrow. It's way too late to say I'll cry tomorrow. Each of us must find our truth. It's so long overdue. So for tonight, we pray for what we know can be, and every day we hope for what we still can't see. It's up to us to be the change, and even though we all can still do thankful for. Even with our differences, there's a place we're all connected. Each of us can find each other's we still can't see. It's up to us to be the change. And even though this world needs so much more, there's so much to be thankful. There's reason to be grateful. There's so much to be thankful for.
And in this moment, it is so easy to feel thankful. It's so easy to know that there is so much right now to be thankful for. And we know that grace inspires every smile. And there is grace in every tear. And so we are grateful for the grace within ourselves that allows us to feel life and experience life. And we know that gratitude is such a powerful energy. If we were all around the world right now simply grateful to be, our world would transform into the truth of what it is already. And so we are grateful. We are grateful to be. We are grateful for the Life Enrichment Center that supports us in our becoming, that recognizes the Christ energy as the reality of every being. And so we open now to more and more gratitude. And as we fly high in that vibration, let us say our statement of abundance together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Amen. All right. Well, I can say one thing I'm really grateful for is waterproof mascara. I could look like Tammy Faye right now. This sanctuary is filled with just so much love, so much good memory. So we're all feeling it. So as we're going to close today, I have a closing affirmation just to give us a head start on what we can say when we go out in this world, even today. It goes like this: everywhere, here and there, for the grace of God, go I. Are you ready? Everywhere, here and there, for the grace of God, go I. Again, everywhere, here and there, for the grace of God, go I. One more time, because you're going to want to say this a lot. Everywhere, here and there, for the grace of God, go I. That was good. That was beautiful. All right. Well, we're going to close with a happy peace song, and we're going to dance here. Hope you're going to dance there, and I will just close before it starts. Just say, I love you so much. I feel your love. And that's pretty much all we can say. It's everything. Okay. You ready?
Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our Father, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my song vow. To take each moment
And live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Cause it's in everyone's to be free. Find our hearts, open your eyes and see. We
We can all have everything without